2020 Toyota Corolla Sedan. It's much better. Savannah, Georgia. An argument for replacing the long in the tooth with an all-new model is that this compact sedan is such an icon for the brand. More than 46 related video. The 2020 Toyota Corolla is totally new and much improved, provided by Roadshow. Arguments against the production capacity. In case first-time buyers about to enter the new car market are ready to turn this SUV trend around, though, Toyota is ready with a compact sedan that's once again competitive in its rapidly shrinking segment. The basics. Indeed, the is a vast improvement, though it remains a conservative counterattack against its biggest rival, the End. The new lineup is 420. The Corolla switches from a torsion beam rear axle to a multi-link setup, and the chassis also takes advantage of active cornering assist, Toyota's marketing name for brake-based torque vectoring that will slow an inside wheel to mitigate understeer. The non-sporty the mainstreamers and the hybrid get a standard continuously variable transmission tuned for, well, mainstream driving, while the SE and XSE's CVT incorporates a physical first gear that upshifts to the transmission's belt to offer improved off-the-line response. The SE is the equipment. SE and XSE also add smoke lead tail lamps, dual chrome-tipped exhaust, color key side view mirrors with turn signal repeaters, sport mesh gray metallic grille, and 18-inch machined alloy wheels with P225/40R18 tires, which were Yokohama Avids, in the case of our test car. Toyota spec. There's Apple CarPlay and Amazon Alexa capability, but no Android for Auto. Safety sensed. The driving. We started out in an XSE. The roads leading out. The XSE's two-tone, faux leather sport seats are handsome and more comfortable, with more bolstering, than those in the L models. The SE gets the XSE's 2.0-liter is the standard engine in the hatchback and provides the same smooth power here, although the shift from first gear to the CVT's belt was fairly noticeable under heavy throttle. In truth, the A Corolla XLE with Dunlop in a Save 205/55R16s that we drove next was much quieter, and the road feel still was good, though the low rolling resistance tires added a bit of twitchiness, requiring regular steering corrections that we didn't need to make in the XSE. The 103rd. All the Corollas we drove had cheery, pleasant interiors, although there's a bit of inconsistency shown in stuff like the dashboard stitching on the XSE, which is blue on the black upper portion of the two-tone dash and cream-colored on the cream-colored portion of the dash. The rear seat is, the driver's version is the 2020 Toyota Corolla SE. It's available with, the manual is a bit notchy, but it's easy to use and has a nice, progressive clutch. It's perfectly fine. We also were able to sample the gas/electric Corolla, which the automaker positions as an affordable conventional hybrid that offers exceptional fuel mileage and a sticker price south of $25,000. It's a Toyota hybrid. The takeaway. In fact, with so many hybrids, it's probably time to make the Prius Prime the base version of that car. And well, repeat but the rest of the lineup should charm plenty of civilian buyers. The 2020
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.